back, dude.
Yep.
We're back, man. Fuck. This will hit 3 days after our last one, right?
I think so, yep.
Remember, we had a goal to get 6 likes on that video.
Yes.
We didn't get it. We got 4, though.
Yeah.
We got 4, and we got 2 fans, dude. I want to give a shout out. Hey, Jessica, producer, go to the YouTube page, go to the comments, and tell me the names of those nice gentlemen for the boys. Hey, buddies from Canada, eh?
Hey.
Yeah, no, that's sick. We're actually
Right
not
on.
far from Canada, but they
not at
definitely
all.
speak different, I think.
We got sound?
A little bit.
We, no, it was Did He Do It?
Oh, was it? Did he do it?
Yeah, we barely talked about Diddy. People are probably like, oh, I don't want to hear it.
We said like 3 things.
God, my uncle's all posting. What was it? Little Willie? Little Willie 1069? Right on, dude. I appreciate it. You had some really nice words. What did he say? Make sure it's the right one, because one guy did say something mean on one of the videos, but don't want to give him props.
That's fine.
Anyways, yeah, he said that he's a fan of the show. And then I commented back right away, and he was like, "Oh, dude, I can't believe you commented." Like we're fucking celebrities or something, like, you know. But we're not. We're just normal dudes that spent a little money on some really cheap microphones,
just chilling
and lights,
being not serious.
Yeah, we pretty much, like, you could make a porno with this stuff.
Oh my god.
This fucking a guy with the mic, the boom. Holding the mic up. Hey, okay, moan into the mic. Oh, shit, dude. But yeah, no, seriously, you and your buddy, if you guys ever fucking make it down to Oregon, yeah, we'll figure out a way to, we might all have to share mics. We only have 2, and this board only can do 2. But, yeah, we'd love to have you guys on. We'd love to have some foreign ambassadors, dude, of the Canadian YouTube scene. I think they have about as many subscribers as us, probably.
Yep. And the United States is turning around, so it's pretty cool. It's getting to be a cool place to live again.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Peru. There's only other
I can't even go to Canada.
Yeah, neither can my wife.
No.
Yeah,
they don't let people. They're
I know, and then they lecture us about our immigration laws. You get a couple DUIs and you're not allowed, dude. Like, fucking just don't let them drive.
1 DUI.
Yeah, 1. Yep.
You can't even go there for 1, I believe.
Yeah, well, if it's a felony DUI, right? That's just some misdemeanors I heard too. They can give you hell.
I think it's just DUI in general, but I'm not 100%.
Oh, just a DUI in general? They're just like, the only thing you're drinking up here is maple syrup, buddy. No,
right? There's so many drunks there.
Yeah, dude. Canadian people are fucking awesome, though. Like,
I wonder if they get kicked out of their own country if they get a DUI.
No, dude. You're fucking.
You're there.
Think of how big Canada is, and I bet they have a really small population compared to the United States. Probably. There's probably a lot of wilderness up there. You know. Speaking of wilderness, one of the goats of podcasting, the OGs, fucking. Well, now Tom Green, I couldn't remember his name. Fucking just moved back to the homeland of Canada, and he's got a fucking pretty sweet show where he bought a ranch. He's, you know, building stuff on the ranch. He's got like he got a donkey and a goat, I think.
Nice.
And yeah, people are following him around, you know, doing normal shit. But I kind of like that stuff. I like, especially when celebrities, like, you know, he grew up there, but he was in Hollywood forever. You know what I mean? Freddie Got Fingered, classic movie. Fucking, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Dude, he's like the original podcaster.
Yeah.
You know that? He had that fucking online show, and he had Joe Rogan on it. Like, you could see the fucking wheels spinning in Joe's head, like, and people just watch, and like they had it. He was live, like people would call in, and he'd just be like, "We're on the air." But yeah, so how have you been the last couple days?
I've been all right.
Yeah,
hanging in there.
You want to tell me about it? No,
I mean, not really.
No, yeah, we'll get serious later on. You know what? I have this fucking conspiracy before we get off the topic of Canada.
Oh, God. Okay.
And especially when I used to drink a lot, I would get drunk and I would fucking rant about this. Canadians are infiltrating Hollywood. Like, every fucking famous person is Canadian or Jewish.
You sound like my dad when he's talking about the PBR. He's like, these fucking Brazilians come over.
Dude, so for real, that's like
I'm
Japanese.
not joking.
That's
He's
like
just sitting
Japanese.
there in his chair. He gets so pissed off.
God, these fucking American boys just got to take a ride
like we're the shit.
Dude, that's
I
like,
should be there
that's,
right now.
Dude, that's like skateboarding. Skateboarding was invented in fucking California.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. The best skaters in the world are all Japanese. Fucking,
why?
I mean, Nigel was fucking on top for a long time, but, he's fucking my age, so he's, on his way out. You're, the fact that he's still competing at a high level, but Yudo, dude, this Japanese guy, he wins everything. It's pretty much one trick, too. It's like I'm going to say it wrong. It's like a backside 270 fucking...
That somebody else cannot do.
Yeah, no, it looks insane.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this one dude just did this fucking trick, and it was, I think him and Nigel were battling off for best trick, and he, 270 shoved it, like, fucking nose blunt, and then, sex change out. It was the fucking weirdest thing, dude. Yeah. It looked like he, flipped his board and body the opposite directions and caught it, and then flipped them back. What the fuck? Dude, skateboarding, dude, it's fucking... Remember when...
That's why I quit, because it's like 12-year-olds are doing nose blunts and fucking...
Dude, you quit when you were 12. Yeah, I get what you're...
I think about... Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I know, because that's when
I didn't quit when I was 12. I quit when I was, 14, because it was right before I moved... we moved to the ranch.
Yeah.
And then... I got kicked out of
school and you moved to Prineville.
Yeah, I moved to Prineville, yeah.
Yeah, dude, you went from being a fucking snowboarding little fucking baseball player.
Still snowboarding.
To a bull, I know, but to a bull ridder. That's what happens. You go to high school in Prineville, dude, you come out wearing cowboy boots.
Yeah.
It's like part of your graduation gown. I think.
Yeah. I think you have to show a sheet
for fans of the show that are probably in Canada. Prineville is a high school in a little town. It's Cook County High.
Yeah.
And it's in Prineville, Oregon. And they have a rodeo arena on their school property next to their football field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how big rodeo is and shit there.
Yeah, they sure do.
And you came back like, I'm a bull rider, and fucking 15 million broken bones later, he didn't go pro.
No, I didn't. Seriously.
I'm just kidding. Dude, I mean, how many bones have I broken skateboarding? And I never got sponsored.
Was it the same one over and over?
What was that?
Wasn't it the same one over and over?
Yeah, a lot of ankles. Yes. I broke my ankle.
Ankles.
I broke this ankle 3 times and that one once.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, dude, 360 flips.
Yeah.
I can land them like butter, but sometimes I might break
Probably
an
not
ankle.
off
It's
huge,
it's like a third, dude. Well, not anymore. Fuck, I don't even try. But there was a time I was 360 flip like a 3-stair and something. I'm more of a bowl skater, definitely a transition skater. But I got into a street phase for a little bit, but I kept fucking breaking my ankle. 30% of I'd land it, and then 30% I'd break my ankle.
I don't think you notice that how big you actually are. When you're trying to do that, you're
I know.
You're pretty fucking big, man.
So there's this skater, Jamie Foy. They call him Big Boy Foy. He's one of my favorite skaters. Obviously, as a big boy, I identify with this guy. He's the rail master, dude. Nobody can fucking grind a handrail like this guy. I swear to God. And his deck is like the Big Boy burger, from The Simpsons or something. But he's only 5'10" and 180, 190 pounds. I'm 6'1" and 230 pounds.
Yeah,
I'm actually, I'm maybe too big for this. But I don't know.
But I mean,
no,
you don't. You're not too big, but you just.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't in the cards for me, dude. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. You became pretty good.
I shred, but it's so weird because people that don't know skateboarding will see you skate and they'll be like, "What? Are you sponsored? Are you pro?" I've had adults say that. And they're like, "Dude, you don't know how fucking good people are at skateboarding." I'm good for a local skater.
You're real good.
But you got little kids, 12-year-olds, fucking doing what was that, Jessica? That kid
stupid stuff.
Did 3 900s in a row consecutively, 900, 900, 900 in a half pipe.
Yeah,
it was 9. I think Tony Hawk was there to watch him too.
Probably.
Tony Hawk's probably like, "What the fuck?"
I thought I was good.
No, I feel like the Hawk man. He's a good ambassador to the sport now. You know what I mean? He still skates with the best, but he promotes a lot of young skaters. They don't skate for him. his social media has got them, look at this fucking shredding kid, so
Yeah.
he gives back. But his dad like ran the fucking professional skateboarding for a good like portion of his young career in the 80s.
I didn't know that, actually.
You didn't know that?
No. And dude, that's the crazy part. Like, I grew up like skateboarding all the time.
Yeah, I know, dude. You were fucking so good,
and I loved it, and I was so good at it, and I didn't even like. I knew Tony Hawk, but I just didn't look into shit.
Well,
you know what I mean? I just was like,
to be
I
fair,
love skateboarding.
To be fair, that's where we live because I didn't learn about a lot of these big skaters until I moved away to Arizona,
Right?
And I met skaters down there,
Yeah.
and I was better than a lot of them. But they knew all the pros and shit, and we didn't know pros.
We just skated.
We just skated because there's nothing fucking else to do.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing when Redmond got a skate park.
God, dude, yeah, Dreamland, one of the first Dreamland skate parks.
Yeah,
and it still fucking holds up, dude.
And it's it was a dope when it first opened.
Yeah,
but then you skate it for like 5 years. And
yeah, so
I wish we had something new.
I feel like that. Well, we do now.
I know,
There's so many parks all over. Like Ben's got 3.
Yeah.
Culver's getting one. Primeville's got a badass one now.
It sucks because
Sisters has got a
when I stopped
great
skating, and then I got all those surgeries.
Yeah, well, that was
head on and everything.
That was years down the road.
No, I know, but I was like, I could still do this.
Yeah,
and I tried it, but
you can't.
No, not after brain surgery, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's hard for me to even drop in, but then I'm just not used to it.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
I haven't done it in like 15, 16 years, so I was like,
I'm going to tell you, I go through periods. I go through periods where I don't skate for. I go through periods where I don't skate for like 8 months. Your legs feel fucking wobbly even after 8 months. Yeah, it's just your legs. You just got to do it. You don't do what you used to.
Because I went down the snake, and it was fine. I was like, I'm like, got a little bit of speed while I'm like,
you skate like a cowboy.
Hold on.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's fucking. I think our last podcast. I didn't mean to change the story or the subject. I think our last. I think. Well, I know. I wanted to touch on this before we, got too deep into this. I think our last podcast was one of our best.
Was it?
I think so.
I think so too.
We only got 30 views, but honestly, my mind tells me those 30 people actually watched it. Yeah,
that's a good mindset.
Yeah, it's a good mindset. But you know what?
If they didn't,
dude, having 2 fans out there, 3, because that other guy that liked the other video, that's all. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We're just here to fucking hopefully entertain somebody out there. I mean, and for us, it's fun as fuck.
Yeah, it is. It's just fun to sit here and bullshit.
Honestly, I feel like we can almost bullshit better.
Yeah.
With the microphones.
For sure. 110%.
But then sometimes I'm like, oh fuck, did I just say that? And I don't know how to.
And then I can hear everything.
Oh, I know.
It's like, I got that.
And I don't fucking know how to edit out a portion of a video, so we just post it.
Uncut.
Yep. It's literally, we film it and then we post it. It takes like 3 hours for my phone to post it. So technology's great though. I mean,
4G.
Yeah, 4G. Yeah. We live out on the ranch.
In the boondocks. That's funny.
But yeah, no, dude. Yeah. So we played Clank last night. I want to pull this up actually for everyone to see.
That's funny.
This fucking game.
I was just thinking about that game.
Yeah.
Just a second ago.
So this game's called Clank. Direwolf Games makes it. Fucking fun as shit game. Clank Catacombs. There's other ones out there. This one's the best one, I think. It's the newest. But my little brother we tried to show him this game. He'd been fucking drinking all day. He started drinking at 9, he said. I picked him up at like 1:30 because we had to buy a bunch of tri-tips for a barbecue tomorrow for my son's birthday. And he had a buzz ball and then a Mike's Harder just in that time. And then Timmy shows up and it's like, I'll get us a drink. And he comes out with fucking 4 Locos. My brother sat there.
He asked me. Like,
I know, he wanted a drink. And you came out with a 4 Locos, dude. He fucking drank it. We sat down to play this game, and I'm explaining it. This game's got a ton of shit to it. Timmy's never played it. Jared's never played it. Timmy's asking a bunch of questions. We think Timmy's the one that doesn't understand it, because Jared's just nodding. Yep. And then he's even at points like, Timmy, you're an idiot, dude.
Yeah.
You don't get this.
He did. He was like, Timmy, you're holding it up. Like, fucking.
Yeah. And then it would come, and he was going like that, and then it would come around to him, and it was his turn, and he had no fucking idea what to do. And we would try to tell him, and he would get mad and argue with us like it was our fault.
Yeah.
And then like it was so funny because I don't even know if he realized he was doing it. He was
No, I
like
don't
muttering.
think so.
He was muttering under his breath, like to himself, like I don't know why we're playing this fucking hard game right now. And like we were all fine. We had a blast. So he
It was so much fun, and Jared, but it was funny when, like you just said, he was just sitting there. He's just, I don't know why we're fucking playing a hard game right now. Like it's everybody else's fault.
good. And then he made it 2 rounds, turns around, and then he tapped out. And then he sat there, kind of in a limbo of sleep and awake, like. And Jessica's like, you can go sit down on the couch, dude, if you want. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you. And then he just sat there like this and fucking snored so loud. Then he got the hiccups.
Then he got the hiccups, and he was sitting, and then he sat up for a second, and we're like, oh fuck, he's gonna puke. So you got up,
Yeah.
and you're like, Jarrett, go outside. Jarrett, go outside.
Dude, my
And
wife
he just
would
went
have
like this.
yeah, he just gave me a thumbs up. The phone. And like he's 240 pounds, so he's not an easy guy to move if he doesn't want to move. And fucking yeah, I'm just thinking we have this huge area rug, and my wife's gonna kill me if he fucking spews blue fucking Four Loko all over the fucking carpet. Luckily he didn't. This morning we got up. He was all fucking gung ho. He wanted to eat some chicken. He ate some leftover barbecue chicken.
Timmy, how do you feel?
Yeah.
He's sitting there eating his chicken. I'm good, Garrett. How are you? And he's like, I feel like shit.
And then we get going on, and I'm in the rental still, the Bronco, the lesbian car.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say lesbian?
I don't know.
Yep. I think so. Anyways, we got windy roads. We're going to season up all these tri-tips, and I fucking probably didn't help. I put on an audiobook. I put on the Wheel of Time, book 3, the Dragon Reborn, on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, you guys like this? And I can just see Jared like fucking, and then all of a sudden he's like, I might need to throw up, and I'm like, I didn't think he was serious at first. Yeah,
Dude,
Jessica's falling behind me in the other vehicle, so
And
we
I
have
was
enough
listening.
room
I
for
was
everyone.
listening to the book, so I was like all into it. And then all of a sudden, like we're doing something. I'm like, what happened?
Well, and the fucked up thing was the
I couldn't
road.
hear in the back.
Yeah, the
when you
road.
guys-
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's probably got a pretty good sound barrier.
I
huh?
don't know. I guess
I-
because I couldn't hear anything. I was just listening to the book.
Or
and
you're
then-
just deaf. You know that's from masturbating too much, right?
Yeah. We. Yeah.
Or is it blind?
Well, I mean, that's what you got told.
Is it blind? Or is it deaf if you jerk off too much?
Blind because
Yeah.
it enhances your
Yeah.
hearing.
Either way, Helen Keller's a freak,
I
dude.
think-
We're gonna get canceled before
Yeah,
we
we're
even
gonna be
make it.
like,
How can you cancel
"This is
someone that
not
didn't
okay."
make it, dude?
I don't know.
But yeah. So, anyways, the fucked up part about that whole thing was the road that he wanted me to pull over on. It's like ditches, direct, like right off the road is a ditch.
He's like, Robert, I can't
Yeah,
stop.
and he's like, I can't hold it anymore. And so
hold
the only place I could fucking park was right in the middle of a driveway because it went over the ditch. And the house was up for sale. They're doing an open house today. We saw the guy setting up the signs down the road. And he's like, church just fucking threw up for 5 minutes straight. My wife just drove past us. I saw you laughing in the fucking mirror. You knew what was going on. I was like, and I had to turn my hazards on. And then like I'm still partially in the road. Just his side of the cars on the driveway, and people are like, "Fucking can't get through and shit," you know. And he's just,
Robert's like, how long is this gonna take?
oh my god, dude. Yeah, he was not feeling good today, dude. And I'm like, dude. And then he was like, it was the Four Loko, and I'm like, I think it's like a combination of
you're an
all of the
alcoholic.
stuff you drank. I was like, just in the time I was with you, you had a Buzzball, a Mike Tarter, and then a Four Loko, and you were already drunk when
And
I
then
picked you
vodka.
up. Oh, you guys had vodka
A
too?
pint of vodka.
Oh, dude, see, these guys always have
no,
a pint
not
of
me.
Yeah. Where did he get a pint of vodka from?
Me.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, he asked for it.
Yeah, and then like I'm all sober, so I'm just dealing with. I'm like, come on, Jared. I fucking explained the rules
I'm
of the
working
game
on
to you.
being sober.
Yeah, so FYI.
There might be a sober Timmy one of these times.
One of these
I'm
times.
just kidding.
Yeah.
For right now, I am.
Yeah,
I'm
I-
just saying, like, for a long period of time. Sobriety.
Yeah, it's-
sobriety.
Yeah, it's and I'm not the one pressuring him. So just
Nope.
so everyone knows,
No.
I stayed sober and I picked these fuckers up drunk. So like, But
Yes.
we still had a good time though.
Yeah,
like
we did.
we had a fucking.
I hate when you gotta throw me under the bus.
You threw yourself under the fucking bus. You just did a fucking PSA to the whole fucking internet. All 20 of our subscribers, and 2 people in Canada. Fucking. You know what was hilarious though? Because we have like the Google Nest. Like we have like 8 cameras around our house and shit, and inside the house also.
Yeah.
Because somebody stole our dirt bike. But anyways, I digress. I'm still
You're still pissed
fuming,
about that. I know,
dude.
you always
And,
talk about it. You're like,
dude,
that fucking guy.
it was
Don't leave your golf clubs out there because that guy steals our dirt bike.
It was a 50, but I was pissed too because I like to ride it, dude. It's fucking fun. But anyways, so you 2 were outside. I don't know why. They were just sitting outside. Like, it's dark. It's like 11 o'clock. They're sitting outside of my fucking front door, bullshitting, just on the deck.
Us?
You and Jared for like 45 minutes. And so me and Jessica started watching you through the door cam, dude. And there was this one part where you were like standing there and Jared was like in front of you and then the doorbell. And he like bent over. It looked like he was giving you a blowjob. Jessica was like, how do I screenshot this? And then finally, Jessica, we were listening to your whole conversation. And finally, Jessica's like, you guys done finger popping each other's assholes? And then you're both like, oh, she did get the screenshot. Yeah, dude. Wife for the win.
That's
WW.
funny.
WWF. Wife for the win. Female. I don't know. I'm just trying it out. Something I'm workshopping.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite acronyms?
Wait, what?
Well, like
What do you mean?
like OMG. That's what an acronym
I don't
is,
do
right?
those things.
You don't do well.
No, I just say, oh my God.
Well, jeez, watch your mouth. This is a Christian podcast.
I know it is.
Oh fuck. Oh.
But, I mean, I guess,
Jessica,
guess-
what are you laughing about?
like DTF.
Down the fuck. Or down.
Don't tell father.
Yeah, dude, what are you talking
honestly,
about?
when I was a youth, I thought it was down to fart.
You're like, I'm DTF.
I'm down so DTF right now. Look, at all my buddies
Well,
like,
it's funny, you know how I learned that word?
How?
Because a girl wrote me that, and I was like, I didn't know what it was. And I was just like, what are you doing? I don't know what that means.
She's like, I'm down to fart. Oh shit! So what, did you just go fart with her?
No, she's like, it's okay.
I'll teach you my ways.
I'll teach you the path
Dude, she probably
to
assumed
unrighteousness.
you were the only fucking 7th grader with a fucking sidekick, dude. I had to fucking beg my mom to bring my Nokia 1600 or whatever that brick was. She like got it, I swear.
I actually like those phones though.
The old school
Yeah,
ones?
they're fucking indestructible.
Yeah.
And it's the snake you can't.
Yeah,
beat
it's
that
Snake.
game,
Did
dude.
you? Okay, well, are you a Snake
like it.
1 or Snake 2 guy?
One.
I like Snake 2, I think.
I like the first one.
Because Snake 2, you could go through the
I didn't-
walls and come out the other side, right?
Yeah, you had to go through. I think you only had like 2 or
Yeah.
3 sections on each
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. I swear my mom got that phone just so she could tell me I couldn't have it. And full circle, we do that to our kids now. Right?
Yeah, you got to bribe them.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, honestly, I
Unfortunately,
get pissed when I take their phone away because, like, when they're at the school bus or I want them to walk from the school bus home,
Yeah,
or I'm like, hey, take the bus today.
Yeah.
I want to text them, but they're grounded, so they're playing phones here at the house. I'm like, God damn it, dude! You can only be mad at yourself,
right.
Yeah,
Well, my kids don't have cell phones yet.
yeah, you fucking asshole,
But
dude.
I know, but
No, I'm just kidding. They're terrible.
well, the only thing that's the only reason why my kids don't have them, and
The
their
good-
mom is just like, nope. Then
Yeah.
they can communicate with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. Buy them some and just
I'm
don't,
just playing
don't
now.
tell your mother,
I'm just playing.
dude.
Not serious.
No, not serious. This the whole thing is not serious,
No.
dude. And if you're not serious about it, give us a subscribe. But fucking. Why do I always do that, dude? God damn it.
Man, dude, you're on a roll fucking talking about.
Yeah, it's a Christian
Porno
podcast.
But it's a Christian podcast.
Well, dude, me and Jessica were laying in bed. We were kind of exhausted, just fucking hanging out with Azriel.
Is this?
And
yeah.
when you were texting, and he was
What?
texting me and Jessica.
Oh, you're talking about.
And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" to Jessica, and
Oh,
I was
God,
like,
dude.
and
I was like, what in the fuck?
I was like, Jessica, let me see it, and she fucking handed it to me, and I was like, stuffing. Robert's just got done stuffing my clam with his meat. Dude, he's like, "What the fuck?" And my wife is a very good Christian lady, so she would never say anything like that.
That's why I was like, what the fuck,
And yeah, dude.
dude?
Fucking,
No.
yeah.
That really threw me through a loop. I was like, what the fuck? I'm texting Robert.
He's like, this fucking dude. Once
This is not okay.
Once you get famous, dude, you start to have Diddy parties, bro. Oh my god, dude. Did
Oh,
you? We
shit.
talked about that fucking. Apparently,
What?
they had. He was like fucking putting roofies or some shit in the baby oil. Diddy was.
For the babies?
Yeah, could you imagine? Like, here, let me give you a massage. Next thing you know, you're like, fucking be terrible, dude. It's like that movie. What was that movie we watched? Blink Twice. Holy shit. If you guys like fucking suspenseful kind of mindfuck movies,
Blink twice. I haven't got to see that.
Blink Twice, dude. It's Channing Tatum's the bad guy, and he plays a really good.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I
Jessica,
fell asleep.
she fell asleep.
Yeah.
I watched it, and it's literally was kind of traumatizing, dude. Like, you start
What's it
thinking, like,
about?
oh my god. Not without giving too many spoilers. Basically, this guy. Okay, I'm just gonna spoil it. This guy. Spoiler alert. Channing Tatum. He's like a billionaire, tech billionaire, or whatever. And this girl works at a fucking like she's serving a party, and she's obsessed with him. Well, they run into each other, and they like talk a little bit. And he invites her and her friend back to the island with a bunch of like celebrities and shit, and all the celebrities have a date. And then they're partying. Well, then it starts getting weird because they like start losing track of time, and they wake up with bruises and all this shit. And then they start to find out all these billionaires that brought them, like they're not all dating those guys. They just met those guys too. And whenever they have no phones, they're not allowed to have their phones. And then her friend disappears, and she's the only one that can remember her friend's gone. And no one else can. And basically, he was giving them this perfume with snake venom that makes them forget shit.
Oh, fuck.
And like every single night, he would drug them and like fucking like rape them and torture them. Dude, it was fucked up and it was graphic. And then they would wake up and treat it like to a 5-star breakfast, and they'd go sailing and fucking doing all this shit.
But they knew something was going on.
Well,
with them, though?
she didn't for like a fucking, I don't know how long they were on the island, but for a long time she didn't.
What the
And then
fuck kind of
they
shows
found
are they making?
and then they found out she found out this venom or something. Though it was the snake venom counteracted the fucking memory shit, so her memories started coming back. So she started getting flashback memories to the fucking nights of terrible rapage and shit. and then her friend dying. They murdered her friend because her friend got bit by the snake. So now she was immune.
That's fucking
And
crazy.
then she starts to remember she was on the island fucking the year before too, and she didn't remember any of this. And then he let her go, and so he wanted to bring her back because she like bit a guy's finger off last time, and she was fun to chase, dude. But spoiler alert, she ends up fucking winning. All the guys there get killed. She kills them all or whatever, and then fucking she ends up getting the billionaire underneath the same spell that he did with his memory gone, and she like becomes his wife and takes
Jeez.
over his business and all this shit, and he has no recollection of any of it, and all of his friends are dead. So it's a power. In the end, it's I think female empowerment. But dude, I watched that shit and I'm like, holy fuck! I was like,
Well, now you know the whole show.
yeah. So Jessica wanted to finish it the next day, and I'm like, I don't want to watch it. But
It does not make me feel good.
yeah, no, it was a good movie though. Like the
Okay.
acting and shit's really good, but
Yeah.
it's fucking one of those movies you only watch once.
Yeah.
Like-
You're good.
Like Jeep.
The Orphan.
Yeah, The Orphan. That's a fucking weird movie. I don't like it, dude.
The
I
Passion,
would
the
never watch
Passion
that.
of Christ is one for me.
No, I've watched
Like,
The Passion
have
a
you
couple
watched that?
times.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, but I can watch that one a couple
too.
times.
I like it, but I just
It's very emotional.
It is. It's-
I feel
it's
like even
very
if you're a
emotional.
Muslim, you're like, oh, that poor Jesus. Praise Allah that he came back from the dead. No, they don't believe
they
that.
don't believe that.
They don't believe
No.
that. But they do believe Jesus was real, and they believe he was a prophet. You know,
Oh yeah,
Jesus
yeah. Most
is,
religions do.
Jesus is mentioned more times in the Quran than the Prophet Muhammad.
Oh yeah,
You know that?
yeah. Yes.
I don't know what it says about Jesus, but he's mentioned.
No, he's a prophet, and
They at one there's this one verse in the Quran that they say it translates to him that he was the voice of God, and then this one guy like switched from I watched a video and this guy like switched from being a Muslim to a Christian because he was like studying the Quran, and what that said, the voice of God, the only voice of God is God, and so then he's like he must be God. He was an Indian guy. It was my Indian accent. He is God right in front of us. It's right there in the Quran. Read it. So that's the world religions. I think. You got anything to add? Oh shit, dude! Give me a Laffy Taffy.
Next,
I'll take that Laffy Taffy. I was for some reason on a like high school rap kick today, dude. I was playing all the bangers, dude.
I was just like, holy shit.
I even played, you know that song by Hurricane Chris? Hey, baby.
Yeah.
I only played a second of it because then I'm like, wow, this is fucking terrible, dude. No
back in the
offense,
day, it was
Hurricane
like
Chris, dude. I thought you were dope. You know, it's so weird how I had like this pretty good sized period, like 3 or 4 years, where I really identified with urban youth, and I grew up in the fucking country, dude. Like, when I moved to Arizona, I realized I'm a redneck.
You were not.
You know, I have friends that are urban. You know, like they love me. They call
Same
me they call me their meat and potatoes buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rap music is just cool.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just like fuck yeah, dude. He's like beating his drug dealer with a fucking bat, and I'm like, yeah, I can relate to that, dude. Fucking 14-year-old kid. You know, just trying to fucking get a C in class so my mom doesn't ground me. Actually, my mom grounded me if I got C's. Remember that?
Yeah, we had to get A's and B's.
Yeah, what a terrible rule.
I just rebelled.
Yeah, well, nowadays, they don't even fucking grade you,
No, I'm
dude.
just kidding. I didn't. But I did. A little bit.
No.
Not terribly.
Yeah.
I was really good for a while.
Yeah, dude, we were good kids until...
My dad came home from prison.
You like to blame this on him. I was there with you, and your dad coming home from prison didn't affect me, so I don't know what I can use. You know what? My dad did come home from prison, though, too.
I know.
During that period.
I know.
Yeah, I remember, weird. And right when my sister died.
Yeah.
And my grandma was bringing my dad back into the state to get my biological dad to go to the funeral. My sister was the same age as me, 6 months apart. Same dad, different mom. And they lived in Redmond, and she went to school in Bend, so she didn't go to school in Redmond, so we couldn't see each other. Her parents, because she had a stepdad, and he wanted to like keep her from the whole side of the family. He adopted her and everything, and which I thought was fucked up. Well, one morning, my sister got into a car accident and passed on the way to the school. Anyways, my grandma and my dad and my other 3 little other sisters were up in Idaho where my grandma lived. He'd just gotten out of prison. They were seeing him for the first time in forever too. I kind of was like, I fucking hate this guy. You know, like I have a dad that raised me. I had daddy issues, teenager. And, but he was coming back down from there with my grandma, and the cops pulled my grandma over, didn't even ask for her ID, and asked for his. Her stepdad had heard that he was coming and called the cops, and he was absconding or something.
Yeah,
and
which means you don't check in with your probation officer.
So, and he went back to prison right there in front of my little sisters, dude, and yeah, I ended up building a good relationship with my dad when I was like 19, but it was a little rough in those teen years. I used that to rebel, I guess. I could say, you know, it's so funny because we rebel by acting exactly like them.
I know.
Take that, motherfucker!
Like, what else did you do?
Yeah, dude.
Trying to figure out all the shit you did so you could do it better.
No, it was it actually was. It's kind of like a storybook. We had a pretty good relationship when we were older, and my dad that raised me had a pretty good relationship with him too. Dude, with his first year that he moved back to Oregon, my dad, I just moved back from Oregon because I was going to college in Tucson for like 4 years, and it was my first Thanksgiving back, and my dad that raised me was like, "Hey, do you want to come over to the valley and come over for Thanksgiving?" So me and my brothers and Jessica and Riley Ray was the baby. Mm-hmm. We were all going to come. Or no, she wasn't even born yet, huh? I think you were just pregnant.
Riley Ray and Maddie.
Oh, okay. They were both alive. Yeah, okay. They were both alive. Yeah, she's got a better memory than me. But
I don't.
That's so fucking bad, Robert.
Okay, anyways. So we fucking...
That's terrible.
Anyways, so we're all going up to my dad's for the first time for Thanksgiving, and since I built this relationship with my biological dad down there, you know, my dad raised me from 6 months old, you know, I felt like it was a touchy subject, or
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be, you know?
Yeah.
Well, my dad had just moved up from Oregon, my biological dad too, and he was like, "What are you doing for Thanksgiving?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I'm going to my dad's. I'm going to Reese's for Thanksgiving." And he's like, "Oh, okay, good, because I just talked to him and he said I could come over for Thanksgiving." He's like, "Can I ride with you?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, sure." It was,
Bonding moment.
dude, and we
Hell yeah.
we all got drunk and arm wrestled and fucking did all that manly
That's funny.
shit. Our wives were like, "These fucking idiots."
I know. Yeah.
No, Jessica was like, they were doing a Black
believe
Friday
it.
sale at the fucking dispensary right behind my dad's house. So she,
Yeah. She was happy.
Yeah, she was happy. It was a good Thanksgiving, you know. It was a good Thanksgiving, you know. And
Yeah.
now my dad's gone,
Yeah.
but you know, I'll have those memories forever.
Yep, you will.
Yeah. So.
You want? Yeah. It made me think of when, you know, we were kids. You know, I was like, yeah, well, my dad's in prison. He's a bad guy, and you're like, yeah, well, my dad's on the most wanted list.
Yeah.
Like we used to be like
Yeah,
brag
look
about
how
bad
terrible
our
my dad is. Yeah.
But they turned out to be both really,
Maybe-
really good guys.
maybe
My
that's-
dad was like a
so-
pastor.
Yeah, Jessica.
Jessica's
Played in
dad.
the band at church.
Yeah, Jessica's dad is a pastor, played in the band. Hey, but your dad did have a checkered past until he found the
Oh,
Lord
that's
Jesus.
Yeah,
right.
he never told me about it.
Well, yeah, he
Well,
did
'cause-
eventually when you were an adult.
I told you, and that's the only reason I know.
Oh, really? Oh, so,
He's not gonna tell his
spoiler alert. Yeah, no, her dad's awesome. He's helped me through a lot of stuff, given me a lot. I was blessed to have 3 dads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
you have a huge
4 at
family.
one point.
Yeah, shut up, dude. But
You have a huge family,
used to-
dude.
I used to
it's
tell-
it's literally
it's redneck.
it's not. Well, it is redneck, but it's also Hispanic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I mean so it fits in with who you marry
Well, no.
because you have a fat family.
When-
Most
when I-
Hispanic people
when
have a large amount of kids.
When I moved to Tucson, Arizona, most of my friends were Hispanic, and I fit in really easily with their families.
Yeah.
And I used to always tell my brother Jeremy, he's like a raver, and
Yeah.
he grew up in Tucson, and I used to tell him, I'm like, dude, Mexican families are just like redneck families.
Yeah.
They just fucking work. All life's about is working hard so you have enough money to take care of your family
Yep.
and hanging out and celebrating things with your family.
Yep.
And you know they
Yeah.
fucking know how to party, dude.
And I mean, I think that's why we got. Well, I mean, my first Hispanic friend was Richard Mendez.
Yeah. Well, we went to Terrebonne Elementary.
And dude, he was like our homie.
Well, Terrebonne Elementary
Yeah.
in Terrebonne, it's in Redmond School District. It always had the highest population of Hispanic. They like put all the Hispanic
Well,
kids at that school.
it's like-
So we had a ton. We had Catherine and
I wonder if that's why my mom.
Yeah,
was
Catherine was
best
my-
friend.
yeah. Jessica
childhood.
is Mexican,
funny.
and her parents didn't think Terrebonne was good enough for her. Like they lived in Terrebonne and drove her to Redmond
She's
for
too
school.
white for
Yeah.
that school.
She's like actually brown, dude. We remember. I used to love soccer when like 1st and 2nd grade. And then we started
Oh.
playing competitive, and all of our fucking Mexican friends, like Oscar
Yeah.
and Miguel and Richard, they were all fucking so much better than us in
Yeah.
soccer. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck this, I'm playing football. Oh, those are good times though. Now my son loves soccer, and he like knows all the soccer players. I don't even know them. He like knows them,
I know.
and I mean it's cool. You know, it's a world sport. It's the most popular sport in the world.
Yeah.
I have to say it has been fun to watch him. Like he's in a competitive league. The games are exciting.
Yeah.
But I like feel like I don't know, I'm so used to wrestling tournaments that I'm like, come on, ref, what the fuck is that? I try not to be. Actually, Jessica's the one that's really bad, dude. She's like, she fucking lets them know what she's thinking at all times.
Should I do something else?
No,
no.
you should be you.
Yeah.
I love it. That's why I married you.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, how's the baseball scene? Sawyer does the baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing really well.
How are the parents and that?
Dude. Well, I have to coach.
Oh, yeah.
So when I go, I'm just like I can't really say anything back.
yeah.
Because then it's like I'm representing the team out on the field, like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Dude,
You know what I mean?
yeah, no, absolutely.
Like-
So I coach.
So it's not like you're, for me, in
Yeah.
the stands where I could be like, listen, motherfucker, you
Yeah.
want to go over here and settle this? Or you want to shut your mouth? You know what I mean?
So,
But I'm not a fighter anymore unless, like, it comes to my kids.
so I
Because
co-
if somebody pisses me off and does something fucked up to my kids, then a whole
Well, that-
different me comes
dude,
out.
that I
You know
feel
what
like
mean?
I feel like that's most parents.
Well,
like the
I
claws
hope-
come
I-
out
I hope
quick,
so,
and you
yeah.
don't even. Yeah, I
and
hope
then
so.
you're just like,
hope you're willing to fight for your children at all times.
100%.
And if not, we're gonna judge you.
Yeah.
That fucking guy's a piece of shit. Anyways,
His kid gets.
well, I've coached football for the last 4 years to the point where we moved my team up to tackle this year, and I got a good like 6 kids requested me as their coach and stuff. But we were playing a game and we were getting our asses kicked in this game. They put all the third graders and second graders on my team, and this other team had all the fourth graders, and then a couple of the other teams were like a pretty good split, but we were the smallest by far team, and they were the fucking stack. And they were kicking our ass, dude, like by 7 touchdowns or something, dude. And fucking like one of our kids held. He did. I saw it. You know, they're like fucking third and fourth graders.
Right.
Some second graders.
Yeah.
And it's tackle football, you know. And this coach is like, "Hey, that's bullshit. Don't hold." Like fucking, he was like on the sidelines with his team, and then I looked at him like, "You don't talk to the kids." Like just fucking my dad mode. Because it's still the league where you're like the coach is on the field with them.
Yeah.
Coaching.
He's acting like it's a college football game.
And I didn't even think about it. I fucking was like, "Don't talk to the children like that."
Yeah.
And like he fucking after the game he came up and apologized to me, and he's like, "You're absolutely right. Should have never done it." Shook my hand, and I was like, "Yeah, it's I get
I
it."
may have finger tattoos, but I'm respectable.
Yeah, seriously, I know. I was when I was gonna coach. I'm like, what do you think about my finger tattoo? But dude, it says funk. Okay, it doesn't say fuck, and it never did. That's original funk.
Yes.
I don't even really listen to that much funk music.
Yeah.
But I was
Not
drunk,
anymore.
and then you up. Cody's kids call me Uncle Uptown.
Right.
And then the equal is for equality.
There you go.
I didn't mean to do that. Like I didn't have anything to fill the finger, so I was like equality, And then I realized it was on my middle finger. Middle finger's up. But no, for real, dude. And it's probably one of my least favorite tattoos.
Yeah.
It's on my hands.
Oh, trust me, I have one. I just got not too long ago.
What is it?
Well, it was about a year ago.
What is it?
Oh, it just was on my ankle. So it just sucks because my kid's seen it and he's like, "Dad, that says fuck you." Or fuck off. "Dad, that says fuck off. Why do you have that?" And I'm just like, well,
kids are
son,
so sweet, dude.
I was on my phone with his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and she really made me mad.
Okay.
And I was already getting, fine line tattoos
Yeah.
on my leg, just writing. And I'm like, you know what? Can you put another one right here that says fuck off? Because I just feel like I want that.
You're like, I want to express my emotions right now in this ink. Permanently. This how I feel
And then I
now
regretted
is
it.
going.
I was
I'm
like,
gonna always feel this way.
"Dude, this is why you do not drink alcohol."
Dude, I mean,
Stop.
could be worse. I got the McDonald's. I'm loving it on my ass.
Yeah,
You know,
you did.
I actually enjoyed.
Every time you bring that up, I get mad again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, my wife doesn't like it. I don't know why. I mean, she is the only one that ever has to look at it. But
How bad it was the night that you got it.
no, I don't. I was
No,
pretty
you
drunk.
didn't.
Yeah, that was a half a gallon of Fireball and 3 tattoos, I think.
Yeah.
My little brother, the only tattoo he's ever got was that tattoo he got that night, and I talked him into getting it. And it's like, the girl and boy signs on the doors, the stick figure people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the boy in blue and the girl in pink, and the girl's on her knees sucking the boy's dick. And he got it right on the back of his calf, dude. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I think, didn't you take a picture of Michael tattooing my ass, though?
I don't have that phone anymore.
Oh, damn, that would have been good. Yeah, that would have been funny, dude. But yeah, no, dude, fucking, yeah, I actually don't hate that tattoo. I think it's kind of funny. It's a good conversation piece. You say, "Hey, you want to see my ass?" Most people do.
Yeah.
What?
I was spacing out and just
I know.
totally answered.
You're like,
I
yep.
was thinking about the
Timmy's like,
tattoo,
can confirm.
and then thinking about my.
Can confirm, brother. You're fucking packing some cakes.
Equal right.
Equal rights, dude. Yeah, it's not gay to look at your
but
best friend's ass, dude.
I was trying to think. Yes, I think it is though. I think it is gay.
Oh, stop being so serious, okay? It's just for fun.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of what to do with my ankle tattoo though.
Leave it, dude.
No.
I'm a firm believer
No,
that
'cause
if
my
you got
son-
it tattooed on you, you got to keep it. Dude,
No,
I
I'm
really
saying, like, I think I'm gonna put like a bracelet with two.
yeah,
two crosses or
do a
something.
bracelet, make it an anklet, but keep fuck you on the front. Oh, that would be sick, dude. I have 11th Street tattooed on me. I grew up on 9th Street. I have no fucking.
What the fuck were you thinking,
Oh,
dude?
dude. Well, okay. You remember we used to party at fucking John Vieira's and Stevens and the Vieira's, and they lived on 11th Street, and all the best parties were there. And so all we would tell each other is we're partying at 11th Street tonight. You know what I mean? And that's what you said. And if you didn't know where it was, you weren't invited. And like, and I remember people begging to come. You know what I mean? Not like we were that cool, but like it was the only place to fucking party in town that night. So
At a house.
So somebody that we don't even know is like, hey, can we please come in? And like, if you're on your best behavior and you don't punch us when we're not looking. But yeah, so we used to, back then we were going to rap. You know, John was rapping. He'd done some concerts. I wrote a song, and then me and Forrest freestyled. Forrest is really good at freestyling. I'm all right.
He's damn good.
He's damn good at freestyling. So is John. I'm pretty good. I'm not terrible.
Not me.
But
I'm too country.
You're too country. Freestyle like a country guy. But
Stick your chest out.
We called it 11th Street Mafia. Okay.
Huh?
We called it 11th Street Mafia. And,
yeah.
Well, Steven had just gotten out of prison, and we were all partying for the first time, and we got super hammered with a tattoo gun, and we hadn't partied forever, and so I was like, let's get matching tattoos, and they're like, what? And I'm like, 11th Street, and then Steven's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and then while I was getting mine, Steven went to bed. He never got it, so I got a gang tattoo, and no one else has got it, dude. I'm always like worried when I'm in some random city, like, oh fuck, hopefully this doesn't mean anything, dude. I swear I lived on 9th Street. Terrebonne. Don't shoot. Yeah, so that one is right on my fucking forearm. It even looks like a prison tattoo. But you know what?
Fucking get your whole family shot. We don't fuck with the.
We're all walking through. They see me and Jessica, and they're like, "Oh, that is that biracial gang, dude." Yeah, everyone's allowed in this gang as long as you're on this street. Oh fuck.
See, he even has a Mexican baby.
Dude, okay, you remember all the fucking kids in town that were like, I'm a Blood or I'm a Crip, you know?
Yeah, why?
And it, like we grew up in a town of 40,000. No, and some of those guys are my friends still.
Oh, 100%.
But most of them don't rep that anymore. And teenagers are like, yo, I'm a Crip, and it's like you grow up and you find out that like only black people are in the Crips. Like, they don't let white guys into the Crips, dude. So he's lying. And then who the fuck did he meet to jump him in or whatever they do, you know? Please don't come after us, Bloods of Crips, respect, dude. But like those guys were 100%. Posing. Go after them.
Yeah.
we
were respectful enough to be like, no, we don't want no part of that Blood and Crip because we know it's a real deal.
There, dude, and then at like 6 different points there were gangs built. You know, people were.
Well, we had the 541, or no, the 566,
five deuce,
or 5 deuces, double deuces,
yeah,
triple.
I still, dude. I don't know.
I wasn't a part of it.
I was there when it was made, but I
So you were.
I was never.
In that.
Yeah. Well, that was like the end.
Gang was
that was
very violent.
That was the end. I mean, no more violent than the rednecks from Prineville. They show up at parties and jump you. And I was not involved in any of that.
90%
In fact, I've been hit by a couple of those guys before, but also some of those guys are my buddies. But yeah, it was 5 deuce. There was also Family Business. Remember that one? The all yellow.
Yeah,
it was like a mix of people that were like
the rednecks. Fucking
well, no, half of the group was redneck. Of the 5 dudes.
Oh yeah, the 5
Yeah,
dudes.
that was like it was like rednecks, and then a couple people from Portland.
The yellow,
the yellow, the bandanas, and they fucking
and they left real quick. Is what I'm saying.
That's a weird combo, gangster rednecks, dude. Like, come on, dude. Rednecks are already unstable. We don't need to let them get organized. You know, fucking, but. Yeah. Dude, there's some good fights and some bad fights that I was witnessed. The bad ones were the ones where I was involved probably, and I got fucked up.
Dude,
good ones were the ones I was watching.
I will say I was a good fighter, but I'm not one of those guys that's been like, I've never been knocked out, because I have multiple times.
I have.
I have been
Dude.
knocked out a lot. I mean, my mouth got me.
You're like,
My
what?
mouth got me in a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
shit, because there was this, for instance, we were on the way to Bend. Remember that Travis kid's house? I don't think you ever went there, but anyways, we went there, and this kid had an M16 airsoft gun, and he was just shooting people, right?
Yep.
When I walked in, and he was like 6'5", so
Mhm.
nobody was saying there was ouch, And I walked in and I said, "Hey, we're cool, but I'm just gonna say, whatever you do, don't shoot me, because I don't want to get pissed off and I don't want no bullshit." And he's like, "Yeah, no problem, man." Shook my hand. I walked off and he shot me in the ass. And because I was, I'm pretty not the biggest guy,
Yeah.
so he's probably thinking,
How old
"What
were
the
you?
fuck is this
How old
little
were you
guy?"
at this time?
17,
Oh, and so you definitely weren't that. You were like 136 pounds.
probably.
Yeah.
But anyways,
For context,
and
was this guy big?
yeah, he was 6'5". He was huge.
Fuck you. Damn it.
Yeah, dude. And anyways,
Just
he had
a
that
bully.
gun, and I just turned around and I went and ran up to him, grabbed, because he was holding the gun like this.
Yeah.
Grabbed the gun and hit him in the nose with it, and he started bleeding. And then everybody was like, break it up,
Yeah.
whatever." And then Mike Peplin, he was the one like throwing the party,
Yeah.
and he's like,
I went to a couple of Peplin's parties. They're fucking fun parties.
yeah, he went and talked. Yeah, they are fun.
Cowboy parties are fun.
They are. And he went and talked to him, split us up before a fight
he's a cool
started.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy came out. He's like, "I just want to shake your hand, all this."
Were you
He's like,
drunk?
"I want you." Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
So
like-
you weren't gonna let it go.
No, I did. I did let it go.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
This time I actually did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyways, so I shook his hand or whatever, and he's like, "I'm a gold boxer," and I said, "I don't give up." And then he knocked me out. And I like flew across the floor. Everybody's hit like boom,
Dude.
all the way out. And then I got up and there was people slamming fucking whiskey bottles over people's heads. I was just like, what just happened?
Dude, it's like one fight starts and then all the fucking week-long bent-up fucking teenage rage and fucking toxic masculinity comes out
I
at
saw
once.
you look at my girlfriend last week, motherfucker.
Dude, fucking, so, yeah, I've been wanting to kick your ass forever. Now's my chance.
And I like Timmy, so fuck it.
Dude, fucking, people's savage nature comes out real quick, dude, at least in small towns.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming it's that way everywhere,
Yeah,
but
I think we have a lot of built-up shit.
Yeah,
we have to
a
get
lot
out
of
on a week.
people, that's why you should call BetterHelp. BetterHelp provides professionals. I don't know. They haven't sent us anything yet, but that's a little sample. BetterHelp, call us. Anyways, back to the podcast. Anyways, I got knocked out once at the fair, dude, at the county fair. And so I was blacked out drunk at the county fair. We'd show up there at 9 when it opens, start drinking Four Locos, and we would drink until fucking it closed at 9 o'clock at night or whatever it was. And so I went to go meet up with Tyler Martin and Terrell Dunnigan and and Forrest. And so I met up with them at the end because we were all going to Tyler's house and we were gonna do something, I don't know. And they were with the girls from Ben. And so I just walked up to them, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, somebody's like, "Hey, Robert, there's a guy behind you. He took his shirt off, and he looks like he wants to fight you." And I'm all blacked out, and I'm like, "I could take my shirt off like a faggot too if you want." Oh shit, can't say that word.
What?
And then
yeah.
and so, but I'm like, I can take my shirt off. Yeah, and no, so I'm like, yeah, a cigarette. So I'm like, I can take my shirt off like a faggot too if we want. And before it was even out of my mouth,
Yeah.
this dude double-legged me, and I was so drunk, I didn't even put my hands down. I just went face to the asphalt, dude, and I was out of it for a little bit. I wasn't completely out cold, but I do remember I was looking up at him all fucking bloody and shit, and he's like, "Don't fuck with the wrestler." And I'm like, "I'm on the wrestling team." But you know what? He thought I was with his girlfriend. Tyler was. I did hook up with his girlfriend that night, dude.
Yeah,
She was
got
like,
him back.
"Oh my god, he's such a piece of shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, he is." Fucking.
Tell me I'm not a wrestler.
I mean, he obviously was a better wrestler than me. That does happen. There are tiers to this thing, you know. Oh, that was a fun one. Yeah, no, Arizona was, dude. You would have liked partying in Tucson way more. There was way less violence. Everywhere I went, that was at the beginning of the like everyone love everyone movement.
Yeah.
So like people were, you know, I told you I was liberal.
Yeah, I know, and I was like,
But it was a good environment. I mean, every now and then, I was the cornbread motherfucker. You know, so like I was the one that did get into shit down there, and I'm like wasn't a tough guy in Oregon, but down there, like everyone's like, oh, like, we got Robert.
we got
and I'm
Robert,
like,
he's gonna kick your ass.
I'm like, fuck, dude. I hope so. I won. I did win every fight that I ever got in down there, but it was
Yeah.
only like 3, and then
Well, you know, honestly, being raised here in the country, it does make you tougher.
well, I was bigger too than everyone.
Yeah, you were just a giant.
You know, the people are little down there, dude. On average, there's a lot of like 5'8".
Hispanics.
Well, so yeah, and the whites too. They like you know, it's kind of like
Maybe it's a biracial.
you know, it's like the fish in fish tanks. They only get as big as the tank. They all just kind of grow to the same. We said that about the white people. Remember that, okay? So it's not racist.
It was all.
Oh shit, dude. Oh my god. Thank you. You guys are too much. Yeah, dude. So, anything cool going on in the news? Like, have you been?
Shit, man.
I feel like there hasn't been much on the news lately.
Honestly, no.
There's
I mean, there's a lot.
There's a
going
lot on the news, and
but I just don't watch the
dude,
news. So I watch Grit.
Grit, the TV show.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. It's
What's
old
going
Westerns.
on? What's going on in it?
John Wayne. Still doing his-
It's like old Western. Oh, like
Yeah.
True Grit, the original.
Yeah, True
Oh, okay.
like with Bonsai.
Yeah, my uncle Bonanza or whatever.
Is it Bonanza or Bonza? It's Bonanza.
Bonanza. So today we were at my uncle Kim's house doing the tri-tip, and he's an older gentleman. I think he's close to 70 or about 70. He's got all the old westerns on TV, and I look over the TV and I'm like, that's the fucking whitest Native American I've ever seen, dude. It's literally this white chick, dude, with she's got like pale skin and blue eyes and black hair, and she's like,
and a feather.
Yeah, and a feather, and she's like, my mother was Mexican and my dad is a Choctaw. and then like the guy that walks in, the Indian guy that's with her, and she's all flirting with the cowboy. He's all like, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. and then the guy comes in, another native comes in. I'm like, maybe it's just a fluke, you know? And he's got long black hair and dressed up all native, and then it turns to him and he's fucking white as shit, dude, with blue eyes. And he's like,
yeah,
hello. How are you doing? God, dude, they really couldn't just hire the right people for the job.
Well, but it's funny, dude. You watch those videos and they say some, like, just, you know,
racist shit.
and it wasn't even thought of that.
Yeah, no.
It's funny.
Trust me,
it's not funny.
I got a great grandma. Well, she's dead now.
Yeah, my grandma used to.
My great grandma, when Riley Ray was first born, we took her, and so we have 3 children. My wife's Mexican. I'm Irish, and 2 of our children are pretty white. They got blue eyes. One of them's dark, like my wife. And but so Riley Ray, the oldest, she's blue eyes, little cutie. She's got a good tan, but my grandma, the first time she saw her, at least she came out white. I was like, the fuck, grandma? Right in front of my wife, dude. Like, it's good so needless to say, we didn't see my great grandma again until 3 days before she died.
Yeah.
But she was so pumped to see, that was her first time meeting Maddox. And he looked just like my fucking dad and my grandpa and me, you know. I actually looked the least like him because I had the brown eyes. Like, he got fucking blue eyes.
Right.
Like, people are always like, that never happens, blah, 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 that somebody cheated. And I'm like, well, they came out of my wife, so I watched it happen.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they are kind of green.
Same thing with
They are green.
Same thing with Boone.
But unless there's a blue clothes on or backdrop, they turn blue. Bet you $5.
Boone's dirty blonde with blue eyes.
I might be colorblind too, though. That's why I don't see color. And my breath stinks. You didn't hear that. You didn't have redneck parents. You had a preacher dad. WJD. WWJD. What would Jessica do? When she said that to you, dude, you're like, what would Jesus do? And she's like, no, what would Jessica do? That was fucking hilarious, dude. Zing. We just need to get Jessica mic'd up, dude.
Yeah.
She'll say some great shit, dude.
She does.
Yeah, well, but then I'll have to edit because sometimes she's gonna be like, "Oh, don't post that! I can't believe I said that." But yeah, no, dude, this podcast has been pretty fun so far. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we're oversaturating. We've pretty much posting one every 3 days, but eventually it'll probably dial back down to one. We're having so much fun doing this.
Fun.
Fucking talking about this. I want to get a new board. I want to have a guest on. So I'm gonna start looking at some stuff.
Yeah.
So we can maybe do that potentially. At least have a microphone for Jessica. Let's find some facts for Jessica to look up. She's all like, "You guys never ask me anything." What's a fact that you think you know but you aren't 100% sure?
I want to know if the can on the Monster, the sign
does it
on
mean,
the can, it doesn't mean 666 like I asked you before.
Yeah. Wait. Say that one more time.
What?
The numbers.
6.
Yeah, dude, we gotta bleep that out. That's the devil's numbers.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want that.
Yeah, no, we're not Satanists.
We're not.
We're sadists, but not Satanists. Okay. I don't know what that word means, sadist, but I use it all the time, and I hope I'm using it. You ever do that? You have a word sadist. What does it mean to be a sadist?
I don't know, but
I feel like I use it properly.
Facetious. Jimmy used to say facetious all the time to me, and I'm like, yeah, you're being facetious.
Yeah.
And I used it in the wrong context 100 times, and then Jimmy's like, you know what that means?
Yeah,
right?
You're not being serious, right?
You're not being serious.
Yeah.
And I was being serious. I was like, you're a fucking dick.
I'm being so fucking facetious right now, Jimmy. God damn it. This house is a prison.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh god, dude, that's hilarious. Jessica, what do you find on the Monster can? Because I told Timmy.
Hebrewic. That's what I.
Oh my god!
See, didn't I not say it was Hebrewic? Did I
give her the mic real quick?
Yeah.
Oh. See, okay, here, hand it over to Timmy. So
didn't I tell you?
Okay, I drink these all the time. Does that mean I have this?
Listen.
Does that mean I have Satan's jizz in my mouth?
I mean,
because it's like taurine.
No, but remember when I told you? I said it's a Hebrewic number for 666. See, I do know my shit.
Oh no!
I don't know my shit.
No, it's false.
Oh, what?
Yep.
I don't know my shit.
It says it's false. It says the claim is Monster brand energy drink uses a Hebrew version of 666 in their logo. Rating false.
Fucking
on November on 9th dude, goddamn.
Can't believe anything on the internet.
On 9th of November 2014, a long circulating conspiracy theory about Monster brand energy drink, the symbol 666, and a secret agenda to infiltrate Christian homes with satanic beverages. Oh my god, dude! Just give them the devil seed. They'll never know. All these Kyles will be punching drywall. Oh my god, dude! Crossed over when a lengthy video explanation of the concept was published to YouTube. Yeah, so it says it's false, but you know what?
Sounds true.
If it's on the internet, it's probably the opposite.
Yeah, but look up what the Hebrewic.
Okay. You're better with iPads than I am. That's my iPad, and
Jessica,
I don't know how to use it.
Neither.
How do you?
I have MS. My hands don't work.
Oh, stop.
How do you do this?
Go up there. Just type it at the top. Yep. Look up what the Hebrew. Yeah. So.
Try it.
So I told Timmy that Red Bull
The
energy
Hebrewic
drink was the devil's drink because Red Bull and Satan's red, and he's got bull horns, right? But apparently that's not accurate either. So he's actually supposed to be really pretty, Satan. Oh my god, my wife's Satan. Oh, just kidding. Dude,
Brewick.
do you need help? Let Jessica do that.
Because I can't do it.
He's all like fucking looking at it like, I can't see anything, dude. Here, let me.
No, I was looking up the Hebrewic mean. Is that it right there?
No. The Hebrew symbol.
The Hebrew
symbol for 666, right?
You know what girl's favorite book of the Bible is?
Yeah, no, that looks way different.
Hebrew?
Yeah,
Hebrew?
It's the Niron Kistar or something.
No, that's not. That looks exactly like it.
No, that's different. I mean, I could see how it could
No,
be
dude,
similar, dude. They're
it's
sneaking
pretty-
something past us, dude.
Yeah.
They're getting the devil's drink up in my house, dude, and I'm fucking not okay with it.
It's up in you.
Oh, goddamn, dude. The devil's seed's planted.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
yeah.
That's where it comes from.
It
Those
is, huh?
voices.
It looks just like it. See, Jessica, it is.
Yeah, all right, you got
Totally.
it. We're believers. Fuck you, Snopes. You're probably
I'm
working
right.
for the devil. Snopes is, huh? They're.
Yeah.
What happened to those badass websites, dude? Like, do you remember 4dave.com?
Poor Dave. Yeah, what was that?
It
Was that
was like funny cartoons and
oh,
video
then we
games.
remember when you got to that level and you could watch the girl have sex?
Oh no, that wasn't on there. That was something that you showed me, and that was a
Oh.
porn game that we didn't know.
I
We
didn't
were like
show you,
dating.
we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know because like you go through this whole game where you like fucking make your character and you're like meeting all these girls and going on dates and you got to buy them gifts and make them happy, and then the next thing you know you're fucking banging one.
Yeah.
Like,
You're playing Sims
We
on
were-
steroids.
and
dude.
we
I
were
was
like
holy
11,
shit.
like I'll get the lotion.
Stay over there.
Oh yeah, there's nothing gayer than a fucking 13-year-old sleepover party, and everyone's under like you just gotta spread out, dude. Don't turn the light on. Like that's probably what prison's like.
Sheets.
Good, geez, there's a lot of ghosts in here. Oh my god, dude. Fucking. Yeah. What, Jessica? Look up sadist. What does sadist mean? I want to know if I'm using that word
Sa-
properly. Like, oh my god, I'm a sadist. Hey, dear,
A
sadist.
person who derives pleasure, especially
You are a sadist.
sexual gratification, from inflicting pain.
A person.
So you've just been
humiliation
sexual
to
a lot of
others.
people,
That's
sounds like.
exactly what you are.
That's me, dude. I fucking get some sexual pleasure out of being mean to people. I'm not gonna say this. No, but for real, I've been literally telling people like when I act a fool that I'm a sadist, and that means something. I meant like I'm being a dick right now, not like I'm. Fuck yeah! I hope that hurts, bitch. Push that old lady down. I'm telling. It's the monster energy. It's gotten into me. You bought me one today, dude.
Holy shit, Robert.
Oh no, dude! The devil's drink. I got a fucking detox. I got a detox, dude, on the devil's drink.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's banned in my house now. So is Red Bull.
You know,
though.
I watched this. I don't know if it was TikTok or YouTube scroll or post or whatever the fuck you guys
Yeah.
call them. But it was.
TikTok. So for you, the news. Yeah. Keep going.
I watched something on the news,
Okay.
TikTok,
Yeah.
and it was so when you pour water, like say if we put anything that it says on it, once it freezes, it's crazy, dude. I was just like, what?
What do you mean?
Well, no, it petrifies. So say we put this remote in there in a
water.
bowl of water,
Okay.
okay, fill it up like that, and then go put it in the freezer.
Okay.
Let it freeze for 30 days.
Okay.
Okay, and you pull it out. The ice literally has the code to the remote
What?
in it, and it will fucking show you. That's dude. I was watching.
What do you mean it has the code?
The code.
What the fuck?
Like for a remote to be a remote.
So you can
So,
use
like,
that
I
water
was
to
thinking
control the
I could
TV?
just sit, huh?
So you can use the water to control the TV?
Yes. No. I think. No, I think you could recreate the code
What?
with the. I know that.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, but I don't want that in there because that made me. Made me sound really stupid. but
No, dude,
I'm
I like
serious,
it.
dude. I was
I'm actually
watching this.
interested.
It's not that I do. I believe it.
We'll have to find
But
it
I'm
for
just saying, like,
the next podcast.
If I could find or remember exactly, it was like mind blowing because it was like you put information in water
Yep.
and it can freeze for like 30 days. I know it sounds out there.
So, like, I could literally get assigned a book to read
That's what I was thinking.
and throw a book in the water
When I was watching this,
and then
I was thinking the same
de-thaw
thing.
it
you
and dump
return
it on
all
my...
of
Or
it.
drink it.
No.
Oh, do you drink it and you know the book?
I looked it up. Yes, in a limited
See?
and theoretical sense, information can be put into water.
Holy fuck, dude.
I'm
And
telling
then
you, dude. I was watching this.
if
I
we
was
can
like,
just
Well,
drink
water
it?
doesn't
I just could.
store information in a way.
So when you're drinking the Monster energy
The
drink, you're
devil's
pretending you're
words
the
are
devil.
telling me to do things,
They
dude.
are,
Oh
like,
my
fucking-
God.
In the porn video right when we started, like, what the fuck, dude?
That's my monster mind.
Yeah, stop.
I'm creeping them out. They're all like fucking getting garlic.
Yeah,
Oh wait, that's vampires, not Satan.
No, I'm gonna get. Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, I am gonna get
Is
some.
it
I'm gonna get some
getting
sage, dude, and be like,
Sage? That's like witchcraft.
no, isn't that
The
Catholic? That's what Catholics
Is that what
do. They're
Catholics
like,
do?
yeah,
I don't know,
it's
dude.
fine. I know, I
Catholics
went
be on
to-
some witchcraft. I
know,
see that.
I
It's
was
like,
like, I'm not in there. I'm not doing that. I remember, dude.
yeah.
I'm just like, I want to sing praises to the Lord, listen
Yeah.
to a sermon, and
They're on some witchcraft, bro. It's
Yeah.
ironic because they burnt
I mean, I don't want to say
witches.
that because I don't know.
Well,
I don't, but they,
I mean,
they does
they're
seem
the
kinda
Catholic
weird.
Church, dude. I don't think they give a fuck
Yeah,
what
I
we
don't-
say.
I
I
don't
mean, like
think
we're allowed to pick on them. They're the only ones.
Well, I think
We can't say anything about Muslims or Jews, though.
I think I think the new pope is. I don't know, man.
Dude, don't be.
I watched a TikTok. Look that one up.
Dude, we're gonna
I watched the news, man.
we're gonna start a segment called TikToks with Timmy.
Because there's some fucking. I don't know. They send me some.
Your algorithm is fucked up. You fucking have been doom scrolling, and you like fucking getting to the satanic fucking like Catholic. Yeah, dude,
No,
it's like
I
those
got,
murder
like, Al-Anon,
mysteries.
dude.
It's like the murder mysteries,
Like
dude.
now
Like,
on.
yeah, fucking
Straight up.
dude.
Conspiracies theorists.
Dude, my I don't even. So mine, I guess, is there's a lot of political shit that pops up on my fucking algorithm, and wrestling and golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much in video games. I have a pretty good algorithm actually. I feel like
I have a
it's
pretty big algorithm, I think.
yeah.
Because mine goes from one really random topic to like fucking politics real quick. I'm just like, holy shit.
I think most people have a little politics, and they're really pushing the politics on us.
I think it's
God,
like
Jessica,
automated.
okay, bullcrap. You got like vaccine stuff, and like that's a political
Because
stance.
you're non-vax. See?
Yeah,
They hear
yeah, you
everything
do.
we say, dude.
She's
They
in the
do.
she's in like these mom
Oh,
groups. They're
Zen,
like,
if you want to sponsor us, that'd be badass.
no, I don't. Fuck you, Zen. Timmy needs to quit that shit. Fucking
Make me quit
no,
everything.
it is no Zen. Shout out. It is better than chewing tobacco.
Yep.
So you guys are making millions of
chewed
dollars
for-
off saving people's lives, I guess, kind of in a sense.
Well, yeah,
Does it
it's-
still cause
it's-
cancer?
no, not that.
Nicotine.
I mean, it doesn't say it on the can.
an active chemical.
And I believe
this
everything.
product contains nicotine.
Mhm.
Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
No, it never says it. I looked like on the after I've been chewing it for like 5 years. I kept looking
Dude,
to make sure
Let's-
it doesn't cause anything
let's-
dangerous.
let's do that bit now. You're gonna call your mom and tell her you're
What
gay.
bit? No, my dad.
Your
My
dad. I know,
My mom
but
would be like,
that-
"I still love you."
she's like, "Oh, Timmy, you know that's the devil's playtime."
Yeah. Did Kaylee send something? Oh, no.
Not serious.
Not serious. No.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yep, not serious.
Shit just comes out of my mouth sometimes.
You know, and that's
No,
where
I'm
the
just
magic happens, dude.
No. And you know, I was gonna say like a spirit from Kaylee because you know my mom's always like that.
Yeah,
She's always like,
yeah, she's very
"Don't
spiritual.
touch that piece of bread. That guy looked fucking evil." That just touched it."
That guy had a monster in his hand. He's an agent of the devil. Yeah, dude, Monster's gonna sue us. They're getting a lot of bad press right now.
No, they can't sue us.
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure
you
they.
could sue anybody.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fucking spilt coffee, dude. Fucking God, dude. Yeah. Do you remember that story way back about somebody suing Wendy's about a finger in their chili,
Ew.
and they won a bunch of
Oh
money?
yes, I did hear about
And
that.
then it turns out years later,
It was fake.
no, that was like their friend's finger. Their friend like fucking cut their finger off, so they like, can I have it? And they went there and put the finger in the chili, dude.
What?
And that all came
Oh,
out.
so it was like a fucking prank
Yeah, either this is 100% true,
or false, isn't
or
it?
one of those rumors. Remember, like fucking, what was the one? The dude that could suck his own dick. Who was it? Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson.
He got the ribs taken out and could suck his own
that
dick.
Was true, wasn't it?
God, no, I don't know. Jessica, look it up. Can Marilyn Manson suck his own dick? Video.
Man, it's too bad that he's.
I just looked up the Wendy's chili video.
What?
I just looked up the Wendy's chili video.
Oh, you just looked up the Wendy's chili video?
Oh, it says, yeah, it was her friend's finger.
It was her friend's finger, dude. I'm fucking on a roll right now.
So am I. Monster Energy.
Yeah, no, you found out that
I get like two.
you found out that the monster was satanic.
The Hebrew meaning
Yeah.
of the lines
I th-
are 6.
I think that probably most things
I'm
are satanic now. This podcast is definitely not. This is for the Lord.
Yep. Well,
Which
no,
is-
I wouldn't say for the Lord.
well,
You
yeah.
started off with let's do a porn video with this, dude.
please forgive us, Jesus.
I'm sitting here
This,
going, oh
this is
my
a
God.
prime example of His grace. Okay, this,
It is.
You know, it's a parable. It
Uh,
makes it okay. It's
No, we're literally not.
Look at, he's like, I'm going to hell now. It just clicked in his head that he's going to hell for doing this podcast with me. He's like, why did I let this podcast happen with this monster drinking
I was just thinking
sadist?
It's a fucking monster, man.
Oh god, dude.
He was like all about it too, because he was like, Red Bull
Okay, well, you know, Red Bull
is
was founded.
What would you say the word Red Bull meant?
I
I'm
already,
like,
I already told
"Bullshit."
him. I already told him.
I know, but I
But-
wasn't listening because I was
Yeah.
not listening.
Well, you heard it. So basically, he's red and he's got
I was
bull
trying.
horns
I
and
remember I was
Satan
listening, but I was trying
to
to
do that. But do you know that Red Bull's banned in a lot of countries?
it's probably because
And it's the first ever energy
they
drink. I think
probably
it was
have a
founded
better.
in
They probably
1989.
have a better health administration.
Fun fact. Do you know what the first ever text message sent was? LOL. And it was in like 1990.
Are you sure?
Did they mean to say AOL?
No. Remember that shit, dude? It's like, fuck yeah, they mailed us internet.
That was it.
Because you used to get the discs in the mail. Mom, can we get this? Dude,
You're
fuck.
wrong.
What was
Remember
the
the
first
Hot
text
Wheels
message
game?
ever?
It was Merry Christmas. It was sent
Oh.
by
See?
Neil Papworth on December
I
3rd.
I got that from
In
Facebook, so that checks out.
1992. Using a computer to send it to
19
Richard
what?
Jarvis at Vodafone.
No, the first text message on a phone, though.
Time text messaging was in its early stages and mobile phones were primary.
What's the first text message sent on a mobile phone? Google that, because that was sent by a computer. That's more like an
What
email.
was the
I wonder who it was.
Probably some smart ass dude that made a bunch of money off stock market.
He's like, la, la, la.
Dude, fucking
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
She's
Okay,
right.
she's right. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Okay, not LOL. LOL, JK.
But you did see it
Yeah, I did
On
see that
YouTube,
on
so-
Facebook.
or Facebook,
Yeah,
okay.
so don't get your news information from Facebook
or TikTok.
or TikTok. Well, you know what? Get it from there. It's kind of fun to do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, makes life funner,
Yeah, fucking.
spontaneous.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you remember like chat rooms
Like
were
the-
huge back in the day?
But yeah,
It, like,
you know what I was just about to say. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
But
you
I just
better
had a, I
apologize.
just had a no. I mean, I just had a, because we were talking about TikTok and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
it just blows me away because the government been like, no, what like climate control? That's bullshit. We haven't done that.
Oh, yeah,
We're
and
not
it's real.
doing that."
China's doing
and
it.
then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we absolutely do that.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you guys lied about that for years.
Dude, that's not. There's all kinds of
I'm
shit
just like,
that just.
what
They,
the fuck?
dude, I don't want to
So
get
then
too.
I'm like, I know, but I believe a lot of shit because
No.
I'm just like, no, it's
dude,
coming out
So do,
next year.
so do
probably.
millions of voters.
They're like, yes, we've been waiting for
Yeah,
this moment.
Dude, so there used to be real quick this story, dude. There used to be this chatavenue.com. You remember that in elementary school? So we're little kids, and you could like it was always there was like teen chat and like gay chat and fucking adult chat and video game chat, and like we were like third graders at Eric's house. His parents had the computer AOL, you know, you know, and fucking you could like create a profile with like an avatar, but it was just a like little picture, and then you had all these. There was like a whole page, like double dot. This was like a smiley face. Double
Yeah.
dot. This was
Yeah.
like a bong.
And it took like
Yeah.
fucking
And so
3 minutes
yeah.
for each.
well, we would go in the chat because there was a live chat, and then you could independently chat, and
Yeah.
we would like, oh, we're gonna fucking fuck these people up because we were like, oh, you're my girlfriend now or something, and then like this person would be like, that's my girlfriend. Now looking back, it was probably just a bunch of 12-year-old boys all in there talking shit to each other and trying to fuck with each other, dude. It's like, who the fuck's dating on a random chat site, dude? But I don't know. I had this buddy. There's this game called Second Life. It's like an online MMO, but it's like a life. Like you can create anything. Like people create things in the game and then sell them in the game for actual money. And my buddy's mom was like hella addicted to this game, and she like met a guy in there. She like sold horse mounts or blankets or something through the game. But she met a guy there, and she like left her husband, and like they were still living together, but he was like, we're not married anymore. And for this guy online, and then they got married and everything, and they just
Dude.
play that game, dude.
Yeah.
And that was before the era of like Facebook and shit. So like, you didn't even know if you were getting catfished until you showed up, dude. I mean, I guess you still don't. You still can get
Yeah, dude, Photoshop's an amazing thing.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm serious, dude. I've seen some girls that.
Why would you do that? Why would you catfish someone and then they show up and they're like, "Oh,
You're ugly."
Yeah, dude. Like that would just hurt my feelings.
Yeah, right.
I'd rather just
Like, just
you know.
know.
I'm so glad. Like me and Jessica have been together since before Tinder was a thing or anything like that. So like I never had to use any of those dating apps. That just seems so fucking awkward, dude. Just like, all right, here's a nice picture of this person. Let's meet tonight for drinks. Yeah, fuck dating, dude.
No.
Yeah, get your wife pregnant when you're in your early 20s.
Yeah, but yeah.
She's like shaking her head like, God damn it. I knew it. No, I think she got me pregnant. Or, you know,
Well, no,
she used
let's
me.
not get into the details.
Yeah, we don't need to explain how it happens. Right, my daughter did have the talk at
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
school. The little, you know, your body's changing. And I'm such a child about it. Like
I know you are.
She was like talking to me legit about periods and stuff, and I'm like, I was being respectful. I thought, like, oh yeah, I wasn't like, ew, gross. But then I was like, what'd they say about boys? Because I just remember
All curious.
when we got
What'd they say?
I'm like,
What
I
do you
bet
know
I
about
bet there was a couple words with E, huh? Because I remember when we watched those videos in
Yeah, we
elementary
thought the
school,
erection
same
word was so
erection
funny
and
for-
ejaculation were I was going around telling me, God, I have such an erection today. Like third grader. Yeah, dude, we just were fucking dumb kids.
We were.
Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, we're dumb kids that grew into dumb adults. You remember when your mom caught us? Remember when your mom caught us? You had like $200, and so we were making copies of the $100 bill. We were like playing secret agent or something with our airsoft guns, and we had fucking like $10,000 printed out, and you could tell it was made. Your mom was pissed, dude. She's like,
Counterfeit money.
That's fucking a felony. We were like 11. We thought we were going to prison, dude. You guys are in so much trouble.
Do you remember?
A magazine from a store because I thought that they were free.
Oh, so you jacked one?
I just grabbed it.
Yeah, that's stealing, Jessica.
And then my mom's like, "Where'd you get that?" I was like, "Inside. There's no price on it.
It
It's free."
It doesn't matter if you did it politely.
It's just like, I'm gonna steal this. That's where it all started. Okay, real quick, remember the time I was visiting from Arizona and I had my fake ID. We
Yes.
were all gonna drink at Jessica's house, and I went in and I bought alcohol, a 30-pack with my fake ID. Came out, put it in the trunk, got in the car. Jessica pulls out of the parking lot and immediately gets pulled over. Cop comes up you're sitting in the front seat next to
Yeah, I
Jessica.
remember.
I'm in the back, and cop comes up to Jessica's door and was like, "Hey, license registration," and he's like, "Can I check your trunk?" And Timmy's like, "Say no, say no," like whispering, but like he totally fucking hear you. And Jessica goes, "No," like a question. And the cop's like, "No," and she's like, "No." The cop's like, "Okay, I'll be right back." He went back. He was gone for like 15 minutes. He's probably
Yeah.
calling like.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna get a warrant.
He's like, "I got this brown girl, dude. I know there's alcohol in her trunk." But then,
This white guy knows the
yeah,
law.
yeah. But can I break the law and just search them? These teens won't sue us. But he comes back, and you know why he came back and why he didn't search the trunk? Jessica had a warrant.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
She's like 18 years old. She had a warrant for shoplifting from Fred Meyer's or something.
That's right. Holy
And,
shit, I totally forgot about that
and
part.
fucking so like
It's because
yeah, some bitches snitched. No, she didn't even steal. Okay, this is how racist these guys are. She didn't even get caught stealing. She got away. The other white girls that were with her told the cops that
It was
Jessica
her.
taught them how to steal.
Oh, that's
And so Jessica's the only one that got in fucking trouble, dude.
dude. That is his white. like,
White privilege,
That's
bro.
white privilege, bro.
I'm about to march, dude. I'm about to fucking march. But so fucking yeah. So they took Jessica to jail. They did not search the car, so one of us hopped in the driver's seat and drove Jessica's car to our house.
You drove.
Yeah,
I think.
and
Not me,
No,
'cause
Corbin
I
did.
couldn't
Corbin
drive.
because
Oh,
he had a lot.
Corbin
Well, we were all suspended except for Corbin.
Yeah.
They were going to tow the car, but then Corbin's like, "I got a license,"
Yeah,
and
I'll
so
come.
she said that he could take it. And we went back to Jessica's house, started drinking the beer. Jessica called from jail. We went and picked her up,
Yeah, yeah, we bailed
and
her
we
out.
all partied.
Yep, we
it was
all-
a book and
It was
release.
a book and release.
Book and release, yeah,
Oh,
dude.
you did.
I-
You did.
you gotta love it. You gotta love a quick book and release, dude. You know, like fucking yeah, I can get back to getting fucked
I
up.
had like 80 hours of
Yeah.
community service.
I've never had a book and release.
The worst thing,
I've had so many.
yeah, Jessica's had a lot of them. Dude, the worst thing is when they
See,
let
there
you
we
out
go.
of. The worst is when they let you out of jail at like fucking 2 a.m. Your phone's dead because they never turned it off because they arrested you when you were blacked out. Yeah. Fucking the drunk tank's terrible too.
They took my phone.
They took your they always take your phone and they don't turn it off or anything
Always.
if it's on, you know. But
no, and I'm like, can I use my phone to come make my call?
yeah, they don't want you to do. I'm like, yeah, because
they just make everything so hard.
who the
I was like,
fuck
why?
who the fuck knows their number by heart? I don't know. I'm like,
No.
I look for T City Daddy, buddy. But yeah,
Almost.
all right. Well, where are we at on this
I don't know.
podcast? This one might be the longest one.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. New
Cool.
record.
Yeah.
New record. All right. Yeah. Well, if you guys made it this far, like and subscribe. If you hated the podcast, tell us in the comments. If you love the podcast, we actually want to see that now too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I think we should do the like and subscribe in the beginning.
We can have these discussions off camera. But yeah. So like and subscribe. What the fuck else was I gonna say? There's something else I was going to say. Oh, we didn't quite make 6 likes on the last video. Let's try and get 6 on this one.
Or 3.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I know. I'm trying to lower my standards. No,
No,
I'm still,
I think we'll get some.
I'm still aiming high. If
Yeah.
my wife would let me share it on our actual social media, we might get more followers. But she's like,
No, the pastor might say it.
she literally said the pastor might see it. And I was like, why the fuck are you friends with the pastor? She's like, I'm not.
Totally called her bluff.
All right. Well, let's go out with the song here.